Yeah, I definitely infiltrated all of its beliefs. So did my brother. I was dedicated to a demon called Sarabanda, and this demon was one of the most powerful ones in the religion. And it just had a, you know, would you like for me to get into the description of this?
Sure, sure. Understanding that, we don't want, if you have children, it's probably best that they not hear this, young children, but certainly teenagers, young youth, very important that they hear the truth about this because we're going to get into some dark, kind of demonic practices here. So please.
Yeah, absolutely. So, when I was younger, I was dedicated to it. It's kind of like how people dedicate their children to the Lord, and they're like, "Hey, do something with their lives, use them." Do I was dedicated. I was set right on top of a demon called Sarabanda, and it was a big clay pot. The way Sarabanda, the object of Sarabanda looks is a big clay pot. Inside of the clay pot are all different kinds of items. You can see things like guns, knives, all different kinds of metal objects, but then it gets much darker. You have human bones inside of it, real human bones that are shipped over in the underground world. They have a way to get these things through. I don't know how, but there are people with human bones in their apartment. There are people with aborted, and this sounds a lot very scary, and I'm sorry for who this might, but yeah, they have fetuses inside of these things. Inside of these clay pots, they have actual baby fetuses. How they get these things, I do not know. They would have things like tiger paws. You would see dried up centipedes, and all these different kinds of animal parts. And what they would do with this was they would offer blood sacrifices to these objects, and they would sacrifice things like goats, lambs, snakes. I've seen turtles be sacrificed. All different kinds of animals that you can possibly think of, kind of like, and that goes back to, the devil can pervert absolutely anything. And, when, you know, when Adam's son, I forgot his name right now off the top of my head, and when he had killed, when they had sinned against God, he offered a blood offering to God. Mm-hmm. And it was, I forgot the exact animal it was that he offered onto God. And it's in Genesis.
Are you talking about Cain and Abel?
Yes, absolutely. When he had offered a blood sacrifice onto God, and he reconciled with God in that time. So they pervert that into the religion, and so people may read and know just about that part and say, "Hey, this is the kind of things you do to offer things onto God," and they bring that over into this religion. But the objects that were inside of this clay pot was absolutely ridiculous, and the way that these things look are absolutely terrifying to somebody who doesn't know what they're seeing. I mean, I've had people come into my house and see it and lose their mind. They would be like, "Whoa, what is this?" And these objects are very big, and it has a human skull inside of it as you look at it, and so it's maybe very intimidating to some.
Yeah, I mean, I would think there are laws prohibiting this. I mean, but they've found a way to get around that, those laws, and so there's this mix of spiritism. There's this religion, the century of religion. There's an infusion into a form of Catholicism. And for our friends who are Catholic, please know that there may be some in some other denominations as well, but that's how it formed. So when they were practicing this, Francisco, and they had all of these, abhorrent things, idols and bones and what have you, what were they expecting out of that? Were they expecting the spirits to bless them, protect them, or these were obviously idols? I mean, were they worshiping them?
Right. Yeah, I'm actually glad that you asked that. So yeah, everything that was inside the clay pot would be an object that they would be protected from. For instance, there would be a gun, a knife. Human bones will represent death and things like that. And they believed that by putting all these things inside of a pot and by feeding it and by listening to it and that by communicating through them, that they were able to protect themselves against certain things. And you can actually see a lot of people in the drug cartels and things like that using this religion to escape being being caught. And a lot of people who do this religion, you know, Satan can give you a lot of money. He can take you up very high just to bring you to hell when you die. And a lot of people that do this religion have a lot of money, and they get a lot of money from the religion, and they deceive a lot of people. I know today in the church, a lot of people, you know, they believe that sowing seeds and big seeds are deception. But it's actually quite biblical. And in the witchcraft community, they've actually learned, they understand the importance of that. So people would go to these high ups in the Palo Mayombe religion and give a lot of money, and they would see the results back from it instantly, because you know God loves you. He's patient. He doesn't want to deceive. He doesn't want to take things so fast with you. He knows that there's a process we have to go through, character traits we have to build. But the devil will give you everything you want right away, you know, just so that way you can show he's real. So these people would go with money, and they believe that it would help them to get money. They believe that it will protect them from certain things. They believe that the same way that we cover our life in the blood of Jesus, they believe that when they sacrificed these animals and they seen that blood drip onto these objects, that they were protecting themselves, and that blood was a kind of an atonement for anything that was after them.
Right after test.
So I just wanted to put a snippet of this, but I'm going to put this in my on my channel, you know, in the comments and everything. But I wanted you to hear all of that, because this stuff is real. This is what the handlers and the perps are doing. That's how they know where we're at too. Not just the tracking of our phones and our channels. They know. They send these demons jump into these little statues and these pots. There's certain demons that jump into those pots, and then they tell them where to go and who to look for. And then that's why I keep getting harassed too, more than usual. It's because of that. So I'm gonna what's today? June 6th, 2024. So I'm gonna watch half of this video, and then I'm gonna go to Dunkin'. Then I'm gonna put a prayer on my phone while I'm in the bathroom getting ready, you know. Just to make sure I have to pee, so not that you needed to know, but I have to go pee before I leave, you know, whatever. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to charge my phone, put a prayer video on, even if it's 10, 20 minutes of prayer, who cares? As long as I play a prayer before I leave the house. And it does do something, you know, it tapers them off. Like yesterday, they were trying to make me stay home. I went to get my legs waxed. That's not a big deal to me. It's not like I won the lottery or something. But I got up early, so it was extra early. And then I wound up taking a nap because I got drained so quickly. Somebody was doing some sort of witchcraft, definitely. Because I was wide awake. I was all ready to go. And then all of a sudden I got very sleepy. I had to take a nap for 10 minutes. So that's them. That's them draining your energy. They do witchcraft spells when they pass by your house 5,000 times. Even if they're on the phone, it doesn't matter. They speak it. They speak it out and they whisper it. They do it either right before they get to your house or when they get to your house. So that's why you gotta be careful. You gotta arm yourself. You have to read the Bible, the King James, start praying. Play prayer videos before you leave your house. Pray over your food, especially if you're a TI. And, you know, every once in a while they get it, but not all the time. You know, they don't get me all the time. So they definitely tried yesterday. So, like a block or two from here, everybody started coming out. Like, you know, when the crowd starts coming out, and they all had the camouflage on, they had the hat, the pants, mostly the pants, you know, the camouflage shorts. So I was laughing at them. They didn't seem to like that I laughed. Oh well. I'm going to keep laughing at them because they're ridiculous. They're like threatened by us when we wear the colors. Good. That's why I do it. Anyways. So, by the time I got there, they were pretty busy. So I had to wait like a half hour. So I went to get coffee. and a little something. And my freaking phone, I swear, I can't even make a video without needing to charge my phone right away. So the only two tables there, of course, they were taken up by other people. They did not leave for a long time, so I wound up charging it when I got back to the salon, the nail salon. Well, while I was there, the lady behind me was talking about people behind their back, right? So all the people that she knew, she was just talking about them behind her back. Then she says, my horoscope. Oh, I don't like working with those types of people. They're very hard on you and they're tough. They're the worst people to work with. Really? Now, these people know good and well I don't read horoscopes anymore. I don't care about my horoscope because it's false and it's a pagan shit, whatever the hell it is. I don't care. It's not godly, so I am not doing that no more. But that's what I'm saying. Like, they do that on purpose. And then I saw, they hit the boring. I saw a couple of people, walking past. They were wearing a black on. One guy had a Mickey Mouse on his Nike red shirt. They know because I went to, Disney World this year, so they're mocking me. I don't know why, because I had a good time. So maybe they're just jealous that I went there. Good. Every time I go somewhere fun, they should get jealous of that. They should go crazy. Just like when I was away for the 4th of July and Patron Smurf was like, where is she? Where is she? Who do you think he's talking about? Because he's not talking about me, he's talking about me. He has his girlfriend with him that day, but who the fuck is he screaming about like that? He's screaming about me. He was wearing red and black too. And that was like the second video of him walking past my house. The first time he walked past my house by himself. And then that time he walked past with his girlfriend. He was obviously looking for me. That's because of Voodoo Smurf. Voodoo Smurf, when he saw me talking to other people, he thought I was talking about him. But we were having like a totally different conversation. Like the lady in my neighborhood, she knows who he is. He hangs out in the building where she lives. She lives with my old coworkers, so they all live in the same building. And she said one day she heard him talking to himself in the alleyway. And the guy that lives there, I don't know if it's the Ned Flanders Hamler is the super, by the way. So that's how he knows me. But he hangs out there in the alleyway by himself. He's talking to himself. One day she said he was talking to himself so much the landlord came out and kicked him out. That's why he comes to Dunkin' too, because he probably gets kicked out a lot. With the super, I don't know why he went. The Ned Flanders Hamler super, I don't know why he wouldn't let, Voodoo Smurf live with him. He could have gave him a room or the couch. Let him take showers there, feed him, let him do laundry. There's the basement has the laundromat, or right around like a block away is at least one laundromat. The other laundromat's by the gas station. So there's so many laundromats here. The perps go there to all those laundromats. I know because I see them. I guess there's like so many things that these perps do to try to get me to scream at them. And I screamed at one of them a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whenever it was, and I just watched the video over. I saved it. I said I should probably put it up on YouTube one day. And I think I'm going to, but not now. Maybe I'll put it up like in a month or two. I haven't seen him since, but he did apologize, and I apologized too. And his friend apologized. That didn't get on camera though when the friend apologized. Because I already had shut the camera off. But it is ridiculous though. They do start with us. You know me, I mind my fucking business. I just sit there and watch my videos, and he got offended. I don't know why. It was too loud for him. I looked around like nobody else was complaining but him. He cursed me out and everything. But either they told him to do that, or he really is like that, But I think he is like that because his friend said, you're always starting stuff with people. And then he apologized to me too. And he kept going on and on. He kept saying stuff after the fact. And he's like, I'm gonna call the police. I'm like, go right ahead. The fuck are you gonna call the police over me recording in public? That's what I keep telling these perps. They don't seem to listen. I want to know, though, if that really was a voodoo smurf in Dunkin' Donuts at like 10 o'clock at night. I'm not talking about outside of Dunkin'. 4th of July, we came home. We saw the homeless guy walking around in the rain. We turned the corner, and I look over at Dunkin'. The lights were off, and there was no workers in there. They closed at like 10. Because, this neighborhood gets nuts, even more nuts. And they know they gotta close up. So I saw him. He's like, how he talks to himself? He puts his hands up and everything. That's what he was doing. He was like dancing and talking to himself. It was like a split second because we were, already at my house quick. I was like, what the fuck? Is that Voodoo Smurf inside of Dunkin' by himself? Well, who does he know? He knows the worker that don't like me. The worker gives me a dirty look and gives me a fucking attitude every day. He was the first one when Voodoo Smurf came in with that empty cup. Why would you bring an empty cup back to the store and tell him your cousin dropped his coffee and then didn't ask for a new coffee, if you noticed in the video? He just they took the coffee cup from him, that worker that does not like me, and they didn't say get out. Wouldn't that make you tell them to get out? That doesn't make sense. They're all in on it. I notice they do that a lot when the manager is not in. There's a certain time the manager is in. The guy from the last Dunkin'. I don't have a problem with him at all. When I yelled at that guy, and you heard him on the video, he's like, yes, and, you're always in the corner, you don't do nothing to nobody. He knows. I just want to enjoy my coffee. I go there, get coffee, and I watch a video on my phone. Anybody got a problem with it? I don't give a fuck. Wear headphones then. I don't know what to tell you. Get earbuds. That a lot of people have earbuds nowadays. They don't fucking even look where they're going. They walk in the middle of the street, almost get hit up by cars because they're not looking. I mean, you don't have your own headphones and your own, whatever the hell it is called nowadays, not iPod, but it's something else. You don't have your own shit that you go listen to. Why? You shouldn't leave the house a miserable bitch, is what I'm trying to say. He was looking to start with somebody. So I will post the video because I was kind of embarrassed because, we apologized to each other, but still, he shouldn't have did that. And I tell you, I wish I could edit my video, make side-by-side comparisons. I told my sister what happened. She was yelling at me for having my phone on. I'm like, that's what he looked like. We were watching Princess and the Frog. He looked like the bug guy, the lightning bug. Not even kidding. Same voice and everything. It was creepy. But I noticed while watching the video, he was wearing red. And he's wearing a red shirt with a lime green shirt underneath. And it's summer, why are you wearing more than one shirt? No shorts, of course. Nobody ever wears shorts. Blue pants, so red and blue, and lime green. And then when his friend brought the drinks there, he had a lime green soda, Mountain Dew. Now it's poisons. They're gonna take the poison out of those drinks. Now, after all these years, it's not my favorite drink anyway. So forget about it. If the perps knew my favorite drinks, they would buy it all up, so I wouldn't get it. So I'm not gonna talk about that. I already have one of my two favorite drinks. I could barely find it anywhere. So no, I'm not gonna mention my drinks. They get on my fucking nerves. They all get on my nerves. But that's what they're looking for. And this is what they do behind closed doors. Santeria is one of the witchcraft things they do. That's why be careful when you go into somebody's house and be friends with them. Especially if they want to be friends right away. They're like, oh my god, you're my best friend. No, I'm not. We don't know each other. But that's how it was with everybody. That's why I don't have any friends. I still have friends. Everybody's busy. My friend has a girlfriend, so I'm never gonna see him again. Probably not till his wedding day. And that's it. Like, is it really necessary to be friends with every freaking person on earth? No, we're supposed to be around each other, but not like friends with each other, friendly towards each other. You know, you can walk with love towards everybody, but you can't walk with everybody. Like the saying it says. Oh, what's the saying? Come on, now I don't remember the saying. Your spirit irritates their demons. And it's true. Because why would people mess with me like that? I don't know where. Like that was some. I screamed right back at his ass. I told him to shut the fuck up because he kept going. And he kept going and going and going. Like, let it go already. You fucking retarded or what? You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna take nobody's shit. You're gonna scream at me, I will record you screaming at me, and I'm gonna scream right back. You could call the cops. He put his phone right down, too. He's like, what the fuck's the cops gonna do? Like, I mean, seriously, you started with me, and then you're gonna call the cops on me for recording you screaming at me some more. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, you tell the cop that. I can't. These perps are fucking retarded. They really are. They have no fucking clue about life. Public recording, you can do that in New York. Plus, you know how many cameras are in Dunkin'? So they could show the police that camera too. There's at least 2 at the table where I sit at, the first table. So, stop the cap. Because you're an idiot. I am so glad I stopped being friends with Tina, my ex-friend. She used to live where the douchebag brothers live. The house looked already like that. I'm glad I was never invited in because I didn't need to see that. I wonder if the grandmother actually used to just clean up after everybody because they don't clean. I mean, I'm not the best cleaner either, but I still try. I throw things out that needs to be thrown out. You know what I mean? I try not to keep anything. I'm trying not to buy stuff that I don't need, you know? But they didn't throw anything away, not even newspapers. They would just stack them up. Like, how lazy are you? The garbage is right outside. No, those demons are working through them. I'm really glad I stopped being her friend. When you have rats and roaches and cats and squirrels running in and out of your house, that's a problem. Because those are, they got mites and stuff. Those are vermin. They are nasty. You don't want those in your house. I saw one thing in my house. Right away I called the exterminator. I don't give a fuck. Well, he sprayed my house down. Haven't seen that one since. That's what I'm trying to say. But there's a lot of people in the neighborhood that have the same thing. Like, they do the same thing. They hoard. And their houses are gross. They're filthy because they're doing all these witchcrafts. And that brings on, that's what the demons like. They like a dirty house. That's what I'm saying. Like, when I look around the house, like, do I need this? No. Do I need that? No. I leave stuff outside. Like, if I want to, get rid of something, I'll look through my stuff. Can I sell this? No. And I leave it outside, and they actually take it. I left something out the other day. It was a bobblehead from the Cyclones game. One of the players dressed like Elf. And a Hollywood, Planet Hollywood snow globe. It was the water was yellow. It's gross. But if the person that took it just dumps the water out and then refills it with new water, it should be fine. I think you're supposed to do that anyway after a couple years. I don't even know how long it was there, and it wasn't even mine. The bobblehead was, but that was free. So I might have to get rid of the other bobblehead I have in here. The Coney Island dude, ugh, he's ugly. He looks like this. But a clown version, it's creepy. I gotta get rid of it. I can't have creepy things in my house. Yeah, I gotta see what I gotta sell on eBay. And this eBay, I was making good sales on it too. You know, the collective witchcraft, and I haven't sold anything in a while. That's what that was. So, thanks a lot, but I will be curse breaking that too. And TIs, you should too. I'm always gonna leave in the comment section of every video. I'm gonna leave at least one prayer in the video. This one I'm gonna put as soon as you know what? I can actually do it now. I could do after I post this one up. I could put the video, the actual video itself. I could put that up right after. All right. So stay safe. Prayers up, TIs.